Twisted Youngins, the most unorthodox show on the globe, and we're back at you again with another episode. And as of always, I'm one of your hosts, Myra King.
And this is Desi Dez.
And it is your boy Mojo in the building. And today we got another guest with us, sir. Smilez in the building. But I want you to go ahead and introduce yourself on your own. Let them know who you are.
What's up? I'm Smilez. Yeah, I'm here. I'm ready. Let's go.
Let's go. So Smilez, man. So for starters, for those of of our audience who are just now discovering you, let them know who Smilez is. Like, how long have you been doing music? How did you get into it? Let's start there.
Well, I've been doing music for a long time, but I've been making music as Smilez for the past year and dropping music the past couple months. And like I'm very new. I'm a very new artist, but I've been doing music forever, So I just dropped my first music video a couple days ago. And yeah, I have a lot of plans, a lot of like, I'm just at the beginning of the Smilez, journey, but before I was doing other type of music. I was kind of doing more like like hip hop mixed with like punk stuff, and before that I was in a band. Before that I was a singer. Like, I've done all, like, I just love music. So it's like I kind of like find myself in weird like situations. Like,
Now, as you've mentioned, you've been doing music for a long time, and this clearly isn't your first rodeo. Like, you've had tracks with Playboy Carti, 6ix9ine. You've opened up for, if I'm not mistaken, Wiz Khalifa, Juice WRLD, Lil Pump, Lil Skies, Ray Schmurder. Like, how was all of that for you? That's like you're stamped. You're stamped when you get to a status of that level. Like, it's up from there.
yeah, I mean, all of those things were cool. Like, they were like great experiences. They're more like opening. I mean, I'll be honest, like opening for on tours like with those artists and stuff, they're more like they do a little bit for your career, but like you definitely get a new, some new fans and stuff. It's more just a blast. Like, it's just so fun, like, but I mean, all those experiences were cool, like working with Playboy Carti, seeing how he was uh like doing shit in the studio was crazy. Like, that was um one of the coolest things about that actually is after we did the song, like I got to go what's it called, his A&R guy at the time was like, you can come by the studio in Florida, and like, because I was out there for a little bit, and like got to see him making like Pierre Bourne. Was it now, like, I'm thinking back to it, and it's like the album that ended up coming out was Die Lit, and like to me that's like a classic now, and like, so I'm remembering I got to see like Pierre Bourne in the studio when he was like making R.I.P. And then, and then Playboy Carti was in the other room, like doing a different song. And like, I don't know, like I'm totally getting lost in what the original question was. It just started.
No, it's fine. We were just saying, like, how was that, working and having all of the experience, like, in the industry with artists of that stature.
Absolutely.
And did you do anything with Hit Boy?
Yes. I
Oh,
have
you.
Hit Boy is crazy, man. Hit Boy is so cool. Like I met him, and we did one song, and like we kind of like I don't know what it was, but we just like clicked. And I think it was because I really like production and stuff. So I was like, yo, like, I remember I was like, I hate like doing this shit, but yo, Goldie, ASAP Rocky, that's one of my favorite beats ever. And like, I just like was like, I don't know, like he was just like, he's great at what he does. And we just like kind of hit it off. And from there, like he would, like I
So I
remember
think
he
I
came
heard
to
you
my
mention some before, like if anything, like you don't like taking advice when it comes to music. Like people say you should do this or that, but with Hit Boy, you would take that for consideration if he says something about, the production or music ideas. I believe you said that in one of your interviews.
Hey, this your boy Desi Dez.
And it's your boy Mojo. And if you like what you are seeing so far, make
know
sure
you
you
like
like,
it.
comment, and subscribe to the page.
Please.
And if all else fails and you like what you talking about as far as this merch wise, baby, hit us up. You know what I'm saying? Check us out on YouTube or Instagram or Facebook at TwistedYounginz with a Z. You know what I'm talking about? Make sure you give us an email at twistedyoungins@gmail.com for all promotions.
Where's it at TwistedYounginz@gmail.com.
Yes, sir, with a Z. And also, if y'all don't like what you see right now, as far as merch wise, we got more merch, and we also do your merch.
Do your merch
Send us
too.
in a
We
couple
support
designs.
everybody.
Yeah, and we do promotional packages, interviews, videos, articles, whatever you guys need, man. Just make sure you hit us up. Holla at you, baby.
Oh yeah.
Or it's his musical genius.
Yeah, I mean it's you know what it is. It's like in music, you make music, you release stuff. It's like you're gonna get everybody wants to like tell you what to do. Everybody wants to criticize like what you're doing, and so like you have to know who to listen to and who to just like brush it off your shoulder. And like at the end of the day, it really only matters what your opinion is. But like, yeah, I have a lot of like respect for like Hit Boy and like people that have made records that I like. I'm like, yeah. So like I remember when he was like, I was almost like saying like gibberish words. Like I was like, Siggy said light was one of like, and I was gonna put like actual lyrics instead of that. But he was like, I remember him in the studio. He was like, that shit's tight. Like, just keep that. And I was like, okay, I'm not like who the fuck am I to argue? I'm like, yeah, go for it. Like, okay, we'll name.
Did he have somewhere to go? Like, was he trying to get out of there fast?
Yeah, no, maybe no, I don't know. Like,
well, keep that. Let's go. Keep it going.
No, he was like, what are you saying? I was like, honestly, I think I was saying like Siggy said light. He was like, that's hard. Like, what the hell does that mean? I was like, I don't really know. He's like, you should just name the song that. I was like, I don't know. But I don't know. Like for me though, when I think about all that shit, like it's like a different it's very much separated from the music I'm doing now and everything I'm working on right now for sure. But it's definitely like cool experiences and amazing. Like I'm lucky to have worked with those people.
Do you write your music?
Yeah.
Okay. That's the first. I think he's
the first second artist that said that they actually write their music. Like a lot of
everybody, I freestyle now, man.
That's dope.
Yeah.
You don't freestyle at all?
I can kind of freestyle. The like my brain works like 2 seconds behind. You know what I mean? Like, so once I think in a year from now, 2 years from now, if you ask me this, I'm gonna be like, yes, because the gap gets shorter. When I freestyle it, like, I just forget words so fast that it's bad. But like when it comes to like studying flows and like studying like I really take it all serious, like with the way rappers do shit. Like I love listening to music and taking in different like approaches, and kind of doing stuff like that. But like, yeah, I won't lie. Like I'm not gonna win any fucking freestyle battles. Like that's not how. But I will say though, I can rap.
I appreciate the fact that you said you used the pen and the paper. I mean, I appreciate that, man. It's rare out here these days.
Yeah. No, definitely.
A lot of people that don't know a lot of words trying to freestyle.
No doubt about that. Now, has anyone ever brought you a reference track or something like that?
Oh, like yeah, no, I mean, I got emailed like some songs yesterday, but it's like
songs or beats or songs that's like reference, like you said.
Oh, like reference, full-on reference tracks. And I heard them, and I mean, honestly, I was just like, these are dirt. like like nah, like that's not gonna happen. But yeah, like no, but sometimes like I'm like I'm cool with collaborating though, you know, like, but I only like if like I have collaborated, I've like worked with, I only like working with like friends though when it comes to writing. When it comes to production, like whatever, because you know, like with Hit Boy, when I worked with him, I would actually go in the studio and we'd like hang out and it was cool. But some producers are like weird, you know, and like you just kind of want to be like, can you just send me the beat on email? You know, can you email it to me so I can like leave and then like go, you know, get like a comfortable, get in a, you know, comfort zone and like um you know, and but like when I collaborate, like it's with like my homies, you know, and it's like a fun laid back thing. It's not like this formula of like, okay, let's, you know, it's
Facts.
just kind of us just joking around and trying to like most of like I have like two ways of that I think about it. Like I have my serious stuff that I haven't dropped yet, you know. I have like a serious side where I talk about like my real life, like the stuff that I've actually gone through, and then I have like the lighthearted side of me, which is, you know, just as real because I am really like I don't like to be too serious.
Mm.
And that side of me is like just trying to think of like the most outrageous kind of funny shit to say and in songs, you know, like it's I don't know, it's fun. It's fun to like do stuff like that, you know.
Okay.
Now, so you've mentioned, okay, you went from Jack Bruno to Smiles. You have this new song out, which is dope, by the way. Like it's jigging. I'm not gonna lie, we like it, we love
Yes,
it.
is. Yes, it is.
But I do want to ask you, how do you deal with the hate and the negativity? You know, people are saying in the comments, oh, he's an industry plant. He comes from money. He had to do this rebrand to give his career some extra juice in it. How are you dealing with all of that mentally? He's been booed off stage. Like,
Yeah.
how?
Which most of them wouldn't even hop on stage.
Yeah, and for
Exactly.
the record, yeah, even though you got booed off stage, Dave Chappelle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some of the greatest have
Joe
been booed up.
Rogan.
Yeah, Joe Rogan. Some
Every
of the greatest.
comedian.
Every comedian
Every
says it
comedian.
makes them. Yeah, I mean, most acts. If you have, they're not even just
Most-
comedians.
yeah,
If
yeah,
you just
music.
acts, you know, you go through that. We had a Showtime at the Apollo. Come on, man,
Yeah.
you go through that. But that makes you a better artist because now you know what you're getting
They'll
into.
never admit it though.
No.
Oh no.
They'll never.
So how does that
I mean-
feel all for you? Like just hearing all of that feedback, bad feedback with the good feedback. How does an artist deal with that, and how do you interpret that?
I mean, like, okay, sometimes you can take even some negative feedback and kind of like you can develop from that, you know? Like sometimes you can use it as like constructive criticism. Um, but then sometimes it's just like, you know, people just like hate, you know what I mean? Like that's like a thing that happens. And I don't care really, like I really don't. I'm at a point where I just don't really. I have people, I know people, I have people around me that I value their opinion, you know, and you have to trust, you learn how to, it teaches you to trust your own opinion really. And that like the really the only thing that matters is like you listening to what you believe, you know. And but yeah, like I have been, a normal person would have quit a long time ago. You know what I mean? Like I've
Why
been
didn't you?
through,
Why didn't you quit?
because I love music too much. It's just there was just no option. Like there was no I was like, I can't do anything else good, you know? Like I'm like I feel like it's my vehicle to like communicate, you know. It's like I just love music too much, honestly. My love for music, my passion for doing it, and I love every element. I love doing the videos, I love coming up with song ideas, I love touring, I love playing shows. Like that override, like that surpasses the have, you know, dealing with a couple, you know, kids on the internet talking shit. Like that doesn't matter to me compared to the passion for it. And I think, and that's the only way you can like keep going. And you know, really, like I just have too much fun with it, you know. I love it. And but yeah, I've been through some bad experiences. I've also had some great experiences, you know. Like in the when I will explain the getting booed off stage situation. This was uh on tour in Europe, right? And I was opening the show. We were in Sweden, and everyone, you know, at this point nobody knew who I was, right? And so everyone's waiting for the headliner, and the headliner is running really late, 3 hours behind, you know. And so I don't even show up to the venue. I came with the headliner. So imagine there's like 4,000 kids in a Swedish like hockey arena. It's freezing cold. They've been waiting to see one guy for 4 hours, and then the lights go out. I walk on. Nobody knows who I am.
Right.
And everyone's like, yo, what the, like pissed off immediately. Doesn't matter what my music sounds like. Doesn't matter what I say. I walked out right away. They saw that, you know, I wasn't the headliner, and it was just like, it was on, like people were throwing shit. It was like angry mob right away. And so it's like, you can't even, you know, they would have done that to anyone at that point. And, you know, it's funny though. I look up that video sometimes because there's like a little video on YouTube where I just like throw the mic and like storm off, and I'm like, wow, it was. I was like, oh, it was so cool back then.
Who was the headliner?
It was 6ix9ine.
Okay, cool.
So, they ready for 6ix9ine, man. We're gonna get turned all the way up.
And in that time period, he had all like in Europe, it's like, I mean, they probably are real gangsters or something, but like to Americans, it looks like they're just like trying to mimic American gangster type of shit, you know? So it was just a bunch of angry ass European kids that just want to like, you know, scream Treyway and shit, like at this era. And then I walk out and they're like, yo, like they're just pissed, you know?
What was it like working with him? Musical artist, like
y'all got a track together, right?
And it seems like you all probably had like a relationship, or you know, what was that like?
It's funny, you know, like when we met originally, like when I was like, I got booked like opening for him, kind of like that. It was like a weird thing how we met, and I originally became friends with his you know, some of his close friends. And then when he like went to jail and shit, like I was still friends with his close friends, and we happened to like just really click because we were all like mad similar and shit. And so you know, we'd hang out, we'd always like mess around and make tracks and stuff. And so then when he got out, like, you know, we went up to see him, and like it was, you know, it's funny, like it was cool making a track with him, you know. It's like he definitely has his own process of doing stuff, you know, like but yeah, like I don't know, like,
do you think what's happening to him now in the industry, do you think that's fair? If we're just talking about strictly music, you know, and performing, do you think what's happening to him is fair?
No, I mean, I think it's really like, it's such a controversial topic. Oh my god, I'm trying to be smart now, you know. I'm like,
hey, go on, put them waters.
You
got
gotta
it.
be, yeah, man. You did your thing already.
Speak your
You
stuff.
done made
Speak your
your
piece.
money. You good.
Yeah, like yeah, like it's so, man, there's so many sides to it. Like but I think as far as him getting blackballed on Spotify and Apple,
Right.
nah, that's stupid. That's
Right.
it. It should be, and the same thing with like, you know, Tory Lanez. It's not. It's like, or any artist. You know,
Right.
it's like
Right.
at a certain point, it's just literally those big Spotify playlists are like, you know, it's almost like the charts. They become kind of like the charts, and they shouldn't disclude certain artists for certain things. Because I guarantee you, if people really looked into the people that are on Spotify playlists, I guarantee you most of them have done just as fucked up shit, you know.
Facts.
Speaking of
And
that, since you've been on tour, like give me some of those kick it, behind the tour, like on the way to a different show, or give me one of them good
Yeah,
stories.
you talking about you talking about tour with Playboy Carti.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
all
I
that
want
other
to.
stuff.
I want some.
Listen,
good
listen.
stories.
I know,
6ix9ine, you in
bottles was
Europe.
popping.
Yeah,
He might have been a
yeah.
couple seals,
Couple gas
zips and
coming to
shit.
the
Come on, man. Were there
room,
grams ever in place?
psychedelics.
What happened?
oh, absolutely. I mean, like we we've had some crazy times. Like, no, there's so many funny stories. Actually, okay. I'll say this one. This one I've talked about before, but it's just hilarious. Like this was the same night that I got booed off stage, right?
Hmm.
And let me say it again. They would have booed off anyone.
Yes, they
You
would
know,
have. Yes,
Yeah.
they would.
like I didn't even start this first song. Like 10-20 seconds into it, it was already like getting thrown shit. I was like, nah, hell no. I'm not dealing with this. Like, I'm not gonna win this crowd over right here. Like, I'm out of here. And but that night, okay, that whole day was just like really funny because um I remember like my friend who was touring with me at the time, this kid Marcel, is just like, you know, he's this like tall, like German sort of like nerdy kid, right? And he calls me earlier in the day, and he's just in his hotel room with 6ix9ine, right? And I'm like, what the hell are you doing with like Takashi, just chilling, you know? And like I go down there, and like he had like like snuck away from his security and went and hung out with my friend, right? And my friends really like, they can really drink, and he doesn't. Like 6ix9ine at that point didn't really drink that much, and so they're like just slamming shots, and pretty much they drank him to like under the table, where he was just like
Slot.
yeah, just destroyed. And so then, you know, my friend Marcel comes out with you know, 6ix9ine, and he's blacked out drunk, and his security get him, and they're like, yo, what the fuck did you do to our guy? You know, like, we have to go play a sold out arena right now, and you got him fucking wasted. Like, what the hell do we do? So we end up going to the venue. I remember like getting to the venue, and like 6ix9ine was just like laying down across a like a security case, like passed out. Like, he was supposed to go on in like 30 minutes,
Oh
right? And I walk by, and I'm like, oh my God. And security's like looking for my friend. They're like, Marcel, where the hell is that German fucker? And I'm like, oh no, like, what are we gonna do? And like, I don't know, somehow they just threw water on him, like slapped him in the face, or like, get up, you know, like. And he ended up going out, and like the show ended up being really funny, and like it worked, you know.
And he
But,
turned
like,
up.
Show
yeah,
goes on.
he turned up bare, like, yeah, somehow he made it happen. um like, that was a funny story. Like, ah, man, there's so many. Like, tour is fun. Like,
Give me.
Man.
How is like? Give me the Playboy Carti. You got a story with him?
I don't have any like real like party stories with Playboy
Okay.
Carti. Like, I have, this was a cool, like, the last, like, one of the times, like, I just run into him sometimes. Like, I ran into him, I don't know, like, I was at right before I went on the tour with 6ix9ine, the first tour, I was in like Paris, like because we flew out a couple days early to kind of like get through the jet lag, so we weren't just like really messed up for the tour, and end up like, you know, end up kind of finessing our way into a Louis Vuitton fashion show. Like I don't really know. Like my friend's aunt was like the lady that ran the show, something like that, right? And we end up at the fashion show, and you know, we like hung out with Playboy Carti there, like ran into him randomly. Um, like that, but it wasn't like there's not really like a cool story from that. That was just like a weird event. I was like, what the hell am I doing here? Like,
Finesse your way into a Louis Vuitton
Gotcha.
store in Paris.
yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I
Now
mean,
you've
now
you've
she's working it.
for sure. So before we, get you out here, let you enjoy your day and talk about, your future releases or projects, you
Mhm.
did mention something about you also have like some serious tracks that you do, but you like to do the fun tracks and all of that, and how nobody knows what you really go through. Like,
Mhm.
what are some of those serious things that you experience that people may not see when they look at you? They just see Smiles, the party guy. I've been on tour. I've been halfway. I've been around the world. I've did some of these things most of these rappers want to experience. But man, like, what are some of the things that you go through that's not on display that people don't know?
Um, I would say a couple. I mean, the main things that like pop in my head are like, I mean, I'm sober 5 years, so I went through the
Congratulations.
whole battle of drug addiction. You know, I had a drug problem and drinking problem that I dealt with. You know, and um, if you've gone through something like that, you know, like, or if it's like it's terrible.
Mhm.
And I've gone through that, and I'm lucky enough to be sober and out of that, you know. And it wasn't like a cool funny like, oh, you were drinking too much, you cleaned up. It's like, nah, I was messing up my entire life, and it was really bad, you know.
Mhm.
And I went through that, you know, like, and you know, I've lost many people. You know, my older brother overdosed 4 months ago, passed away, you know.
Hmm,
Oh
sorry to
man,
hear that.
I've been through some major losses, and um yeah, like, you know, some real, you know, I've been through a lot of shit, and that's I don't like I think it's like I don't want to bring that up in the music right away, you know. I think it's like uh I think it's like if you were talking to someone at a party, you don't want to be like, "Hey, what's up? Yo, check this out. I'm like struggling with this, or I've gone through this." You know, like you don't like, so some people are gonna be like, yo, like I don't even know where you're from. Like, what are you talking about?" Like it's kind of like a conversation, you know. And eventually, yeah, I have a lot of insight on stuff like that, because going through those stuffs and going through situations like that, you know, like and having to teach yourself how to stay positive, and to keep going. And yeah, like I said, I've been doing this. I'm 28 years old, and um to go after a dream and a goal for so long, it takes a lot of mental like strength, you know, because it's easy to get discouraged. It's easy to just be like, okay, like come on, like I gotta go do something else. But um I've just followed that, you know. And like but yeah, like I don't know, when people call me like an industry plant or something, like it's hilarious to me, because I'm like, first of all, there are no 28-year-old industry plants. Like, no, that's not happening, you know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
it's really just like um I thought it was, you know, funny to wear yellow, and like like I don't know, like I just was being lighthearted and funny with it. But I take the music very seriously. But yeah, I mean, honestly,
If you wasn't a musician, what would you be doing?
I think that like probably just like no, I was gonna make a terrible joke then. Yeah,
The
probably
teeth?
something video.
Oh, okay.
Or yeah, something in like I would try to get like I would try to make like a TV show or something crazy.
Okay.
There you
Speaking
go.
of TV show, who make your music videos?
Okay, yeah. So the video is a crazy experience. We had like it's really kind of weird. Like my friend Will, who did was involved in a lot of the old like 6ix9ine stuff, like doing those videos and stuff. Like so
Mhm.
he co-directed it, and then a couple of his friends, we would just like we hit him up, and then we had like one day that was like a proper video shoot, and like we got all the indoor yellow scenes where it looks and like where there's all the girls and stuff, and we hired like some lighting people, and like did like an actual professional video shoot.
Mm.
But like for me, like I don't care about professional stuff, and like all this what I'm saying right now is going to make a lot more sense when my next shit comes out in the next one. But like I don't really care about professional looking stuff. Like I definitely think like having a good camera is
It looked
important.
good, man.
What?
It looked good. It was good.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
dope.
And like so we had like a professional shoot with this kid Ahmad, who's like a DP. This my friend, my homie Water, who like did some YBN Namir's videos and stuff. And these are just like people that are like my friends. And then we literally would schedule a day, get a bunch of girls to come, and then get camera, like rent red cameras. And the second part of the shoot, the part that I'm more excited about is the like the billboard shots, just because the experience of doing that was so fun. Like, and that shit was straight up um like I was with a couple of friends that do graffiti, and I told them, I was like, I want to climb on a billboard and paint it yellow. And so we like scouted spots, like went there. I got two girls. I was like, okay, here's the yellow bikinis. Like, we're gonna climb up this ladder. Like we literally just climbed on a roof, got up there. My friend had yellow paint and a fire extinguisher and just sprayed the whole thing. And then we got up there and just like performed for like 5 minutes, and it could have gone really bad because we didn't have any permits or any of that shit. Like it was really just like um we had like one guy with the Sony Red like across the street filming, and then like everyone was on the phone together, and we were like, okay, there's a car coming, okay, turn the lights off, on the billboard, turn it back on, okay, let's go. It was like the middle of the night. It was jokes. It was like a funny experience.
Okay. That's
Nice,
what's up,
man.
man.
Yeah.
You got any? So what do you have lined up that the people and the fans can look forward to? I'm not gonna lie, I'm excited.
Yeah.
Just hearing your
No.
story and hear how creative you
Yeah.
are, hearing what you went through, like
Especially
man,
if you got more videos and everything
Yeah.
coming out, we got to see that.
yeah.
Oh,
What can we all look forward to?
The next video is crazy. Like it's already done, right?
Mhm.
And we did it because we did it a couple months ago, and we were like, we had like this whole like release thing. We just pushed it back. But the next video, what we did, oh shit, I'm like, wait. No, I don't care. I'm like, it's gonna come out soon, whatever. I'm like, should I talk about it or should I keep
Well,
it?
by the time this comes out, it'll probably be already
Yeah,
out.
it'll be
So
out.
you're
Okay.
good. You're good.
Okay, so we went on Sunset Boulevard. And it's like the same idea as the billboard shit. Like we just kind of started doing like ridiculous things in public, and like film the reaction. And like this is where I think really things are going to take off to another level, and that it's like we found the thing, like, and it's like causing this sort of public like scene and so what we did was we had 50 girls in yellow bikinis, and we kind of reenacted the Amber Rose like slut walk. That was the idea. So we had all the girls are like, you know, I'm a hoe too, like all these like, you know, signs like that. And of course I'm holding one too. I held the one, like we just thought it would be funny to do the one like where 21 Savage held up, something like that, you know, like and so we went on Sunset Boulevard, and I had a couple of my friends. I was like, all right, like when we start filming, you guys run out, put cones on the lanes, put cones in the lanes here. And I got them like construction shirts. So I was like, just put this shit on, just act serious, you know? And so they went out, we blocked off Sunset Boulevard, but only for a couple of minutes, because again, we knew we were gonna get like in some just stupid trouble. And then we had everyone like march on Sunset Boulevard, and we did it again in like Beverly Hills. So it was just like if people are driving by and just like seeing 50 girls and like I'm in front, and it was just like people are just like, what the fuck is going on over here? Like this is just, it was hilarious. And then we went to a McDonald's in like Century City, and just like jumped on a car, and like everyone was going crazy. Like it was
Random car,
really,
somebody else's car.
Out in Beverly Hills and shit.
no, it was like a friend of mine's car.
Okay.
He had a yellow car, so we were like, that fits perfect.
Nice.
And so,
Say, you bold. You out there
Are
in
you
Beverly Hills just jumping
real
on
quick? Are you
cars.
single?
yeah, absolutely.
Okay, living. That's
No.
50 girls. I know you.
No, as like I can't complain about that at all.
Okay.
Like I love it. It's like it's just so funny. Like oh my god.
Just don't.
Man,
go,
you're
man, you
living
go.
the life,
There
man.
you
You
go.
you
Loud
got
and
yourself
free.
on straight. You living out your dream,
Absolutely.
and we definitely appreciate you taking the time out to speak with us today. And we just want to give you your roses, man. Like we're fans of art,
For sure.
music. You know what I mean?
No
And
doubt.
so we like that. And I say this in every interview. I'm going to say it to you too, man. Hey, you got to invite us out if it's a show or a video shoot or
Oh
anything.
no, yeah, you guys are 100% invited. Like
Oh,
we
yeah,
got to
see
come
that?
out
the
and
next
support, man.
video shoot,
say
let's
that.
get
Yeah.
it down. Like I don't even know what it's gonna be yet, but I know it's gonna be just, we just keep raising the bar, you know. So every video has to be crazier than the last. So I don't really know what the hell we're gonna do, but it's gonna be great. It's gonna be funny, and like you know, yeah, you guys are invited. Like, and I appreciate y'all being really cool, you know, and yeah.
We got to
Appreciate
do this
you,
again.
man.
We're gonna have you back on. So
Definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
you know, we're gonna keep
All right,
this
when you
thing
get
going.
big, man, don't forget about us, please.
Yeah, I'm coming back.
Remember.
Twisted who?
Nah.
But no, keep up the good work.
Definitely.
Keep yourself clean. Stay focused, man, and block out what everybody say. Keep doing you because it's working.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
All right, brother. You have a good day.
All right, you guys too. Thanks.
All right. Have a good one.
Smiles.